Epstein Island isn't the only island out there. And Tim Ballard takes down one in the film.
The Ellen situation.
Yeah.
You know, people found out that Ellen was mean, and all these people came out and said, Ellen, actually, and they were like, whoa,
Yeah.
can't believe it. And she lost everything. She fell apart, disappeared, because people found out that this character that she was portraying in a half an hour on a television show is not really who she was.
Some things hit so hard that once you hear them, they stay stuck in your head forever. For years, Jim Caviezel has been trying to warn people about what he believes is happening behind closed doors. Instead of listening, critics called him a conspiracy guy. Major studios pushed him aside, and late-night hosts turned serious claims into jokes. But Caviezel kept talking anyway. When Sound of Freedom came out, the movie sparked huge conversations about child trafficking and exploitation. Supporters believed the film was exposing a dark reality that powerful people did not want discussed openly. At the same time, critics questioned parts of the messaging surrounding it. Still, Caviezel stood firm and kept pushing the conversation forward. Now things are getting even more intense. Caviezel has repeatedly called on the Hollywood community and influential media figures to speak out more loudly against global child exploitation. According to him, he wanted powerful celebrities to speak up publicly and demand action. But he says that never happened. Caviezel is now speaking more openly about what he sees as connections between wealthy elites, Hollywood insiders, and Epstein's infamous island.
Children represent God. They're the most innocent and like God, and that's why the devil wants to hurt them.
He believes too many influential people stayed quiet while disturbing allegations surrounded powerful figures for years. That question still hangs in the air today. Who knew more than they admitted? And why did so many stay silent? Not long ago, Caviezel was sitting at the top of Hollywood life. Fame, money, respect, blockbuster roles, he had it all. He could have stayed comfortable, avoided controversy, and quietly collected massive paychecks like many others in the industry. Instead of staying safe in Hollywood, Jim Caviezel walked away from the comfort and took a huge risk. He signed on to Sound of Freedom, a movie inspired by the story of Tim Ballard, a former government agent known for rescuing vulnerable children from trafficking networks across Latin America and other regions. The deeper Caviezel got into the project, the more disturbing things became. While filming in Colombia, Caviezel and members of the crew reportedly witnessed heartbreaking situations involving exploited children out in the open.
They're created out of fear, and with something like Sound of Freedom, it specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child rings that are run by the high-level elites.
Later, Caviezel said the movie itself was dramatized for film, but he believed the suffering they saw around them was very real. Those experiences reportedly changed him forever and pushed him to speak louder than ever before. After production wrapped, Caviezel expected Hollywood to support a film centered on protecting children and exposing exploitation. Instead, controversy exploded around the project almost immediately. According to supporters of the film, major studios, media outlets, and industry insiders avoided promoting it and treated it like something toxic. Rumors started spreading that people in the business were warned to keep their distance or risk damaging their careers. That reaction raised even more questions online. Why would a movie about rescuing children create such division and backlash? Why did discussions around it become so heated so fast?
For some reason, the entire media is smearing this movie as a dangerous conspiracy theory. So why is the media warning people not to see a movie about child that's based on a true story?
Then came the release of court documents tied to Jeffrey Epstein's network, and suddenly public attention exploded again. People expected to see a few powerful names connected to the scandal, but the documents fueled even more speculation because they mentioned individuals from politics, finance, entertainment, and other elite circles. One name that quickly sparked online discussion was Ellen DeGeneres, especially among people already following Caviezel's claims and public warnings. Following the release of legal documents tied to the Epstein case, public attention shifted toward the broader social and professional networks of high-profile figures. Most of the mentions were tied to things like schedules, contacts, or social connections, not criminal accusations, but the public reaction was intense anyway. One 2014 email mentioning meeting plans especially caught attention because people started asking, how close was she to Epstein's world? For followers of Jim Caviezel's claims, that was enough to spark even more speculation. Caviezel says he personally reached out to Ellen and urged her to use her massive influence to bring attention to exploited children and the allegations surrounding Epstein's island. According to him, he wanted powerful celebrities to speak publicly and push for awareness, but he says she stayed silent. Another name tied to this conversation online is actress Anne Heche, and her tragic death in 2022 still fuels debate across social media. Heche died after a devastating car crash in Los Angeles that caused a massive fire. Authorities ruled the crash accidental, but internet theories exploded almost immediately. Some online commentators pointed to Heche's past comments about struggles within Hollywood and claimed the timing of her death felt suspicious because public attention around Epstein-related stories was growing again. However, no official evidence has linked Anne Heche's death to Epstein, Hollywood conspiracies, or criminal activity. Even so, the speculation surrounding these events continues to spread across the internet. Online rumors have claimed that Anne Heche may have been connected to a documentary project about child exploitation networks called Children of the Machine. But there is no verified evidence confirming the project was ever completed, officially announced, or tied to criminal investigations. Even so, the rumors spread fast and became part of the larger speculation surrounding Hollywood and Epstein-related discussions.
I was not emotionally prepared for the new film, Sound of Freedom. You've heard it referred to as a right-wing film, as a Christian film, as a conspiracy movie, as a QAnon. The movie highlights the very real, not conspiracy theory of human.
What is publicly known is that Anne Heche spoke over the years about painful personal experiences, emotional struggles, and difficult periods during her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres. In interviews, Heche described moments in her life that deeply affected her mental and emotional state, though many claims and interpretations online remain heavily debated. After her tragic death in 2022, internet theories exploded and people started connecting unrelated events without evidence. Unnamed online sources and unverified posts pushed claims that Heche knew too much or was somehow silenced, but there has never been proof supporting those accusations. Officials ruled the crash accidental, and no confirmed evidence has connected her death to criminal activity, Epstein, or any conspiracy. Still, because so many powerful names have been linked to controversy over the years, her story continues to fuel speculation online. Ellen was not the only celebrity whose name appeared in discussions tied to Epstein's social network. Oprah Winfrey's name also appeared in documents and public conversations connected to the case. Oprah has stated she barely knew Epstein, but critics have pointed to her past support of controversial Brazilian spiritual figure John of God, who was later convicted of serious crimes and sentenced to a lengthy prison term. Oprah Winfrey once publicly supported and promoted John of God, the Brazilian spiritual healer, who later faced criminal convictions for serious abuse charges. She featured him on her show, praised his work, and helped introduce him to a massive global audience. After the allegations became public, critics questioned how someone with so much influence could have trusted a figure who later became so controversial. In 2007, Oprah also launched a leadership academy for disadvantaged girls in South Africa. Not long after the school opened, a staff member faced accusations involving abuse of students. Oprah addressed the situation publicly, cooperated with investigations, and spoke emotionally about feeling devastated by what happened. The case generated huge media attention and added more scrutiny around her public image at the time. Beyond that, internet discussions often bring up Oprah's past connections to Harvey Weinstein. Over the years, the two were photographed together at events, parties, and industry gatherings, just like many major celebrities in Hollywood circles. Critics later questioned why more influential people did not publicly challenge Weinstein before the allegations against him became widely known. Jim Caviezel has referred to powerful media figures as gatekeepers, meaning people whose influence and platforms can shape what the public sees or ignores. He argues that even silence from major celebrities can have consequences when serious allegations are circulating. To be clear, neither Ellen DeGeneres nor Oprah Winfrey has been charged with crimes related to Epstein. Still, Online debate continues because many people believe unanswered questions remain. That skepticism only grew stronger after Jeffrey Epstein's death in federal custody in 2019, officially ruled a suicide, a conclusion that many people still openly question today. Jeffrey Epstein's death in federal custody created a storm of suspicion almost immediately. Many people questioned how such a high-profile inmate could die while under heavy supervision. Reports revealed that security cameras near his cell reportedly malfunctioned or failed to capture usable footage, while some guards responsible for monitoring him were accused of neglecting procedures that night. Those details fueled endless public debate and conspiracy theories across the internet. For many observers, Epstein's death also meant losing the chance to hear testimony directly from the man connected to one of the biggest scandals involving wealthy elites and powerful social circles. Since then, court records, depositions, and documents have slowly become public, but critics argue that the information released still feels incomplete. Redactions, sealed records, and ongoing legal restrictions have kept many details hidden from full public view. As more names surfaced in media reports and legal filings, frustration only grew stronger. Some of the people connected socially or professionally to Epstein remained active in entertainment, politics, and business, continuing public appearances and high-profile careers, while questions from the public continued piling up. Jim Caviezel has spent years speaking about what he believes is a much bigger system operating behind the scenes. In his view, this is not just about one scandal or one individual. He argues that networks of wealth, influence, legal protection, and media power can make it extremely difficult for the full truth to come out, especially when powerful figures are involved. Jim Caviezel has faced years of criticism, backlash, and public ridicule, but he continues speaking about what he believes are hidden systems of exploitation and corruption inside powerful institutions. Supporters see him as someone risking his career to raise awareness, while critics argue that some of his claims rely too heavily on speculation and conspiracy narratives. Even with the controversy, he has refused to back away from the conversation. Caviezel has also spoken in spiritual terms, warning that he believes a major reckoning is coming and that hidden truths will eventually be exposed. Behind all the headlines, celebrity names, and sealed court documents, there is still a very real issue that authorities and advocacy groups continue fighting every day. Child trafficking and exploitation remain serious global problems affecting thousands of vulnerable people. Public discussions online often cite alarming statistics about missing or trafficked children, though experts caution that numbers are frequently misunderstood, misreported, or taken out of context. What remains clear is that many children are at risk, and law enforcement agencies and nonprofits continue working to combat trafficking networks across borders and online spaces. Despite intense pressure and public scrutiny, whistleblowers, investigators, journalists, and survivors continue speaking out because they believe silence allows abuse to continue. At the same time, internet speculation surrounding Anne Heche's death still circulates heavily online. Some people claim she was preparing to reveal hidden information, but no verified evidence has confirmed those theories, and officials ruled her 2022 crash accidental. Jeffrey Epstein is gone, and with his death, many people believe key answers may have disappeared forever. Questions about who knew what, who was connected to him, and how his network operated still continue to fuel debate across the world. Years later, sealed documents, missing details, and unanswered questions keep the public demanding more transparency and accountability. For critics of the system, the biggest frustration is that many powerful figures connected socially or professionally to Epstein have continued their careers without major consequences. Survivors, investigators, journalists, and advocacy groups still push for the truth to come fully into the light, arguing that justice should never depend on wealth, influence, or celebrity status. Jim Caviezel believes a major reckoning is eventually coming. He points to whistleblowers stepping forward, court records slowly becoming public, and growing public pressure as signs that more revelations could still emerge in the future. Others remain skeptical and believe the full story may never be uncovered. One thing is certain, the questions have not disappeared. The public still wants answers, Survivors still want justice, and people across the world continue demanding transparency from the powerful figures tied to these controversies. If you made it this far, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think more truths will eventually come out, or will these questions stay unanswered forever? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can join the conversation and stay updated on future stories.